This video is brought to you by Midway USA. Support the channel by choosing Midway for your shooting and outdoor supplies.
All right, Henry, target is on the far side of the creek bed in the open field, in the open.
All right, open field, far side of the creek bed. Sandwiching between the turkey and the cat, I have a silhouette and a glowing orb.
Glowing orb's your target, check parallax.
All right, orb's a target. Parallax set.
Range, 650.
Range set.
Right, 1.3.
Right, 1-3, stand by.
Come down, half a target. Impact, re-engage. Right, 1.5. Impact, re-engage. Again. Nice. Good stuff.
Right. Nice on the adjustment, Josh.
Henry, you have two targets available here. Go to the 200-yard berm, triangle target.
Roger.
That is not your target. Go behind that one berm.
I see him. Target's got some pepper on its chest.
That's target one. One further berm behind that.
I see him. There's a little yellow flower to the right.
Those are your two targets. Start on the first closer target. Check parallax.
Parallax set.
Range 250 for target number one. Favor right.
Set.
Target two, range 300. Nice. Target is on our side of the creek bed. Go to the far left berm.
I'm there.
Move to the right two berms.
Right, two berms. I see two small plates, black and a white.
Those are your two targets, one round each.
Roger.
Start on the left.
Range.
Check parallax.
Parallax check.
Range 375.
375 check.
Okay.
Confirm one round each.
One round each. Right, 1 mil. Just low, come up quarter target. Impact. Impact. Nice. Zach, good shots. Henry, target is close. Go to the very first berm in front of us.
Roger, I'm in the very first berm.
Go to the 11 o'clock berm, blank.
11 o'clock. I'm there at 11.
From there, go back one further berm. That's where your target is.
I see two targets though. One square, and then the other one is a black pointer.
Those are your targets. Start with the left target. Check parallax.
Parallax set.
Range 175.
Range 175. Set.
Right edge. Impact. Impact. Nice. Good stuff. Target is on our side of the creek bed. Go to the furthest left berm.
All right, I'm there.
Move to the 1 o'clock position to the berm behind it.
All right. That one, the target, I think it's a target with the black dot on its chest.
That's your target. Check parallax.
Alexa set.
Range 400.
Target's ranged.
Right, 0.8. Impact. Impact. Off the left. Impact. Nice. Clear.
That one off the left with me gave it a little bit too much wobble. The Mark 12 Mod O.
Boom.
It makes another appearance.
It does. You just can't stop bringing this on the show.
You get a Mod 1. Well, of course, that's the interesting thing. Like, because of PSA and BCM, this is a BCM upper, and PRI,
Right.
you nowadays see more Mark 12 Mod Zeros than you do Mod 1s, because of course Knights isn't really making the
unobtainium rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, was it our friend Kevin at Full F and Auto
Yep.
was telling us he was basically buying a rail that cost more than the gun.
Yeah. I mean, so still, the general framework really, was laid out for some of the later concepts. Even though during the time of service, the Mod O's were a lot more rare than the Mod 1s being issued to the Marines and the SEALs. This general layout using an AR-15 rifle with an optic as kind of a fill-in between a DMR and the infantryman, and having a marksman who could also cover the ranks and work with the other guys who are
and
on
the
ground.
ammunition commonality, right?
Yeah.
The ability to press it in with whatever ammo was available, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's the freaking 77 grain Wonder round or the 55-62s, right?
Logistically, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But if we were to look at the layout right here, I think one of the biggest things we need to talk about in this type of like dynamic shooting is the lovely MOA reticle, the MOA turrets with a mill reticle. It's one of Josh's favorites, obviously. A ruse from the GWAT era, might I add. Yeah, back then, I mean, guys were used to running MOA, and then they were using the mill reticles as something to mill their targets and do range estimates. Nowadays, you've unitized the mill reticles, or the mill turrets with a mill reticle, so you can actually talk to each other on that type of stuff.
Is the windage on this in MOA as well?
Yes, everything is on MOA.
Yeah. So when I was giving you wind calls in mills, you were just using holdovers in the mill reticle, right?
Yeah. You see, half minute clicks on the wind and 1 minute clicks on the reticle. But the thing that on the reticle though, and up to 500, really, I wasn't checking notes too much because it has the distance etched onto the turret, so you can quickly zip it to the distance. Past 500, because this isn't a 77 grain turret, I had to refer to the scope cap, which I had like laying on the side. But for the era, excellent optic. Compared to current optics, you can definitely see a difference in the glass resolution. You see a difference, like the speed is entirely different. My engagement and listening to Josh's calls, I had to figure out between those two dots where 0.8 mils was.
Right.
I couldn't just look at a hash and put the optic on there.
Yeah. And what's crazy is the wind that we're shooting in today. I think we had a couple engagements that we tried going beyond like the 500 pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And as we got out there on those,
It was severe.
Yeah, I mean,
severe.
we had a lot of wind coming off. And the difference in what's interesting about these is when you have to hold over for wind with the 5.56 round as opposed to something like, call it the 6.5, your window for how much hold off you need and how quickly that can shift and be wrong comes down to like every 2 or 3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So, we're still not like aces at this type of thing.
That
yet,
said,
it's tough to
the
make
system
the call and then still be able to have that be even correct by the time the round is getting to the target.
I was about to say, the system speed made up for some of that, though.
True, yeah.
Because I didn't have to cycle the bolt. Obviously, it's gas operated. didn't have to cycle the bolt. I was able to get right back on target. In fact, a few of them, you had me engage the target repeatedly, and I just continued to hammer it. But I think the one thing, now not having to come off of the rifle was great, because sometimes when you have like a wobbly position in the rear, having to cycle the bolt, you're off target again. You have to re-engage it.
Like a rebuild. You have to rebuild your position in the back post rack.
Because a lot of times, especially like in the sitting positions, I'll use my right leg to support my elbow, which then connects to the rifle, and that kind of builds my rear position a little bit. The problem with this, because I use an A2 stock and an A2 lower, not the clone correct A1 lower and A1 stock. Because of that, I had to end up blading myself quite a bit more instead of squaring myself behind tripods on this, or lowering the tripod so I could like kind of push myself over like I'm in a prone position. Both of which don't help me on recoil control. Yeah. I mean, not that it recoils a lot, but still.
Anytime you're opening your body up, this is obviously very true for close range shooting, right? The second that you're not squaring up your shoulders, you're giving the recoil a place to roll you and open you up more, and that's what the gun's going to do. It's going to open you up like that. So,
I mean, clone correct, you could also use a car stock as well, so a collapsible stock.
And Henry, what were the ones that I think they're Ace stocks?
Yeah,
they're like a club foot thing with like a foam wrap on them.
You saw a lot of those on the Mod H's. So it's an unofficial mod. The Holland model is basically what it is. Instead of having an 18-inch barrel, it's a 16-inch barrel, and then you'll see the suppressor kind of tucked right here, which is interesting because we've got a lot of content where we're starting to look into what's the difference nowadays between a general purpose rifle like a 14.5 and a 16 and an SPR, a 16-inch receiver group.
18-inch.
Right? Or 18-inch receiver group, right? Yeah. So the lines there are blurring, and you started seeing that with the Mod O's and the Mod H's when they started using 16 inches and run it in an SPR type of roll. That said, I mean, the wind was tough today. The wind was really tough for shooting 5.56 in general. It's just not ideal shooting 5.56 in gusts that went up to 30 miles. But regardless, I mean, it still was able to press out in some of those distances, despite maybe one or two misses and then quickly adjusting to it.
Well, again, one of the things that I'm really interested to see as we continue down this version of the show, the Countdown series specifically, where you see things like how the stock length on this actually is impacting you. Whereas you don't really feel that when you're in the prone position, right? Yeah. You're fine. So this is something you can feel and you can see and recognize shooting from an awkward position that you don't notice in prone. So I'm very interested to see how the differences between this and say some of those modern SPRs or modern precision carbines that we're going to bring on here, where those differences really shine. Yeah, how much of a difference there actually is when we look at going to modern glass, going to a stock that you can adjust the position on, but with the core guts and the core sort of the barrels, acceptable accuracy levels, the ammunition type, all of that remaining unchanged. What type of performance difference do we see? And that's really what I'm interested to seeing how we answer that over the next season of Countdown.
Yeah, we'll find out. For now, a GWAT classic delivering kills after kill still remains.
Until next time, guys, we'll see you on the range. Hey, we aren't snipers.
No way.
It's true. But one of the things we have heard from you, the viewer, you want to see more and better, a higher quality of shooter-spotter communication. And so we've started this new series, Countdown, to try to do just that. We're leaving the friendly, good old jovial time of practical accuracy behind, well, just for a minute. And we are trying to take information that we have learned from our friends and colleagues and are in the process of learning from our friends and colleagues who are actual professionals in this field.
I mean, I think we're still going to have a damn good time. Maybe not like practical accuracy, But a part of that learning process, we've got to reach out to you guys out there, especially guys who are sniper qualified, who have had a significant amount of time in this field, whether you're a SWAT sniper, a military sniper, or anything in between. Leave us a comment below, send us an email if we made any mistakes or if there's any way we can improve upon the process. Because at the end of the day, it's a learning journey. It's a journey of us improving, and I want to document this journey for guys out there to also learn with us. And with your help, hopefully we can make a better product for you guys to consume and learn from and use as a reference material out there.
716, this is Gillnet 6, 4 Vic, 8 packs, Redcon 1, green to green, how copy, over?
096, this is 716, roger, over. 16, 091, 1 pack, green, over. This is 716, roger, over.
16, 2, 1 Victor, 2 packs, Redcon 1, over.